Hello everybody, my name is Zoe Rebekah. Welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be all about my New Year's resolutions, my goals for 2020. I have a feeling this year is gonna turn shit around. That might be me being naive, but I'm trying to think optimistically. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So I made myself a list of goals here. I think that setting goals really drives me and just motivates me and gives me purpose to, you know, live and thrive. I feel like without goals, I just kind of lose my sense of purpose, and I'm just a very goal-driven person in general. So I made a list of goals for the new year. I know that New Year's resolutions, a lot of people don't actually follow them, and it's really difficult to follow them, and they're cheesy, but I genuinely think that setting goals is really important and it is really helpful. So let's see. So my first goal is body acceptance. As you guys know, in my last video, I don't know if it's my last video or a recent video, I talked about body image and body dysmorphia and coping with it, and, you know, just dealing with poor body image and my experiences with poor body image. And I really am still struggling with accepting my body, and I'm not even looking to love my body right now. I'm looking to accept it, because right now I don't even accept it. I just want it to change all the time. I just hate it. I despise it. I really want to get to a point where I'm at least neutral about it, you know what I mean? Like, I just want to keep my expectations to a realistic level. I really set my expectations way unrealistically high, to the point where I don't even want to start, because I'm afraid I'm not going to reach that level of perfection and that expectation that I set, so I just don't even start it. So I just want to get to a point where I'm at a neutral level, just an acceptance level of my body, and just try to overall shift my mindset to be a little bit more healthy, you know what I mean? My next goal is to work out more and not do it in excess, not do it for the wrong reasons, not doing a shit ton of cardio to lose weight. That's not what my goal is. My goal is to just live a healthy lifestyle, and part of that is exercise. With most people, like, I am now medically stable. I'm at a stable weight, my blood work is fine, my mental state is still really off. I'm not going to lie, I'm not gonna bullshit, but my mental state is really still suffering tremendously. But my physical state is a lot more healthy now that I've gained the weight that I needed to gain. I'm at a normal BMI now, which is really hard for me to even like admit to the world, because my eating disorder wants me to be super skinny and super underweight and really unhealthy. But I just want to let you guys know that I am at a stable weight and my blood work is all pretty normal. So my goal is to maintain that. As hard as that is like, my mind is telling me, like, your goal should be to lose weight and to get unhealthy again and to get really sick again. But the rational side of me is like, your goal should be to maintain health, overall health, physical, mental, emotional, and social. So part of that is physical activity. I want to start lifting weights and trying to gain muscle, because muscle mass is denser than fat, and so I would gain weight even quicker and you know, gaining weight for other people would just make a bunch of other people very happy if I gain weight, and so I can do that quicker if I gain muscle mass, because it's denser than fat. So I just want to make sure that I'm gaining muscle mass so I can gain some more weight in a healthy way and just be an overall healthy person, and just learn to repair my relationship with exercise and not over exercise, but also not be totally sedentary either, because that's not healthy either. So yeah, that's my next goal. My next goal is to just eat healthily, and that doesn't mean being orthorexic. It doesn't mean obsessing about eating healthy. I just want to eat healthily. So I just want to make sure I'm maintaining a balance, because right now I still restrict myself of things that I consider unhealthy or things that are higher in calories. Like, I'm eating a relatively normal amount of food for someone my age right now. Like, I'm not restricting as much. I still get urges to, obviously, but I'm not restricting as much. I mean, I still have other behaviors that I need to work on, like purging, but I'm not even gonna get into that right now. But my goal is to just eat a normal amount of food that a normal person my age should be eating, a healthy amount of healthy foods, but also treating myself every once in a while, because right now I don't do that. So I just want to make sure I'm maintaining a good balance and just an overall well-balanced healthy diet. My next goal is effective communication. This is going to turn into a cup of Zoe because I have some coffee here. This is the Starbucks almond milk frappuccino stuff. I get thirsty when I film, when I talk a lot, so yeah. So welcome back to another cup of Zoe. But anyway, so my next goal is effective communication. Overall, I had a family session the other week with my therapist and my parents, and we talked about different communication styles and each one of our communication styles, and we determined that my parents were both aggressive and I was very passive, which is at neither end of the spectrum. They're both opposite ends of the extreme spectrum, and you want to make sure that you're an assertive communicator, not aggressive, not passive, but assertive. And so my goal is to get to that assertive point. My parents need to work on working from their aggressive point to us being assertive, and I need to stop being so passive and letting people walk all over me, and being more assertive and just on overall effective communication with healthy boundaries, and just expressing my feelings at appropriate times with appropriate people. Because sometimes what I tend to do is because I have borderline, I'm just a very extreme person. I'm a very black and white thinker, and I bottle things up so much that eventually I just explode, and it's typically on a person. And like, it's right now, like the other day I did it to this guy, and I mean, like, he was understanding and helpful and stuff, but I felt really bad for just exploding my feelings onto him. And I'm glad he reacted the way he did, because like after I sent it, I just kind of exploded all my feelings and sent it, and I was like, oh shit. So I need to stop bottling things up and then exploding. So I just need to work on that too. Oh, speaking of this particular person, this particular male, another goal that he gave me this idea for is to stop apologizing so much, because I apologize to people when I don't have to. And I literally said to him, I was like, I'm gonna make my New Year's resolution to stop apologizing so much. And he's like, it should be a daily resolution. I should stop doing that, because I feel like if I'm talking to somebody, I feel like I'm bothering them. I feel like I'm annoying them. I feel like I'm being a burden. And that is all in my motherfucking head. It's not true. Like, some people might interpret it that way, but those people are losers. People that are mature and respectful and care about you are not going to think of you as a burden. They're going to appreciate that you reached out to them. And they're going to appreciate that you feel comfortable enough and you trust them enough to share your feelings with them. At least that's how I feel. When people share their feelings with me, I feel honored that they trust me enough. And I'm a very trustworthy person, so it's not very hard for people to trust me. So like, I just suck my own dick, but like, yeah. But anyway, that was off topic. What was I saying? But yeah, overall, I just, to this particular guy, I just kept apologizing to him. Every time I tell him how I'm feeling, or I talk about anything personal, I'm always like, I'm sorry. Or even if I say, hi, how are you, I'll be like, sorry for bothering you, and he'll be like, what the fuck? Like, you're not bothering me, like, you don't need to apologize. And I'm just like, I'm sorry for apologizing. And then he's like, so I just gotta stop apologizing to people so much. I'm not even gonna expand on this one, but I literally just wrote shoot my shot. I just need to find a guy that I really like and just shoot my shot. So I'm not gonna expand on that, but like, yeah, my goal is to find a man and be confident enough to like shoot that shit. Anyway, maintain and build relationships. So as you guys know, if you've been following me for a while, which I know a lot of you have been following me for years, I've been doing YouTube for years. I've been doing YouTube for almost 5 years now, and I have gone through periods where I've had no friends, and I just didn't have any relationships with anyone other than like my family and just my primary family. Like, I don't even talk to my extended family that much. So like, I just really struggled with maintaining friendships and building friendships, and it was just really hard for me because I was just very socially anxious. I lost my best friend. If you guys remember that video where I talked about when I first got really depressed, was when I lost my best friend in 8th grade. At the end of 8th grade, I did like my Snapchat story explained why I'm depressed. A lot of people thought it was really petty, which I watched the video now and it kind of seemed petty, but like, it genuinely was when I got really depressed when I lost her. I mean, now I don't regret my decision to let her go. I'm glad I did. She's moved on, I've moved on, and now I have better friends and I don't need her. I have a pretty strong support system. Sometimes I get really anxious because I have borderline, I have a really intense fear of abandonment, which is like one of the main aspects of borderline. If you guys don't know, borderline is borderline personality disorder. It's a disorder, it's a personality disorder, and it is a very extreme thing, like you have a very intense fear of abandonment, and you can like look it up, eating disorders and self-harm, and suicide is really linked to borderline. So yeah, that's what I'm being treated for now with my therapist. So I do have that fear, but I know rationally that it's in my head, and that the people who truly care about me are not gonna ditch me like I have been in the past. So I just want to make sure that my goal is to just make sure that I'm maintaining my relationships and making sure that working on that effective communication, because communication is a huge part of any sort of relationships with my parents, with my brother, with my friends, with the significant other if I ever get one. I just want to make sure that I build and maintain healthy, stable, strong relationships. I just wrote branch out here. I don't really know what that means exactly yet, but I just want to branch out into, like, my next thing is to discover and listen to new music, like branch out to different kinds of music and let people introduce me to different kinds of music, different activities or clubs. I just generally want to branch out as a person, and I don't really have any specifics that go along with that right now, but I will let you know if I come up with anything. Face my fears. Again, don't really know what that means, but you know, that could be fear foods, that could be overcoming, you know, doing exposures, doing, you know, putting myself in situations that scare me, that would be healthy for me to do, not like, you know, skydiving. That's not what I mean. I mean like more like phobias, like social phobias and stuff like that. So I don't really know what that means exactly, but I just wrote face my fears. Start up singing again. If you guys remember, I used to take singing lessons, not to like flex or anything, but like in middle school I got called back for Jane Banks in Mary Poppins. I didn't get the part, but I got called back for it. That's all that matters to me right now. But I used to be really into singing and acting. I'm not really into acting. I'm more obviously, you guys know, I'm more behind the scenes now. I really like directing and editing and stuff, and producing, and like just like film production. But I used to be really into theater and singing, and I used to take singing lessons, and then my singing teacher moved and I just stopped the lessons, and I really miss it. Like, I was talking to my friend Chloe, who is a singer, and she's very talented. I love you, Chloe, and you're very talented. And we were talking about this, and I sent her videos of like recitals. If you guys remember that one vlog, I had a singing recital, and I put in the clips from it of me singing, and yeah, so, and I wasn't terrible for being like 14 maybe. I don't really remember how old I was, but maybe I think I was 14 or 15, but I wasn't terrible. And I really want to get back into it because I really enjoy it. I feel like I could be really good if I tried. If I got more training and more practice, then I feel like I could be pretty good. So I really want to get back into that. I want to write a film. I've been working on this. Ever since I made 5 Star Getaway with my friends from that summer film workshop. 5 Star Getaway was the name of our film. I played Ashley in it, and I directed most of it. So if you guys haven't seen that yet, I will put a card. Please go watch that film. It's hilarious, and it won an award, not to flex or anything, but like it won an award, and it's hanging on my shelf right there. Why am I shaking? Anxiety. Do you guys ever like just start like shaking different parts of your body when you're anxious? Okay, I don't know why I'm anxious. I just shut the fuck up, Zoe. Okay, anyway, so I really want to make another film, and I want to get some of my friends from the film workshop to help me with it. I already got a couple people that said that they would help out, and I just need to. I'm working on the characters right now. Like, I literally just started it, but I really want to get it done before the end of 2020. That's my goal, is to get the film completely done before the end of 2020. I've started writing it. I'm coming up with the characters. It's going to be semi-autobiographical, so it's going to be loosely based off of my life, and the main character is going to be based off of me. The character's brother is going to be based off Zach, and there's obviously going to be aspects of it that aren't a part of my life, but it's going to be very autobiographical. So I really am working on that. I need to write the treatment. You guys know I'm using all these film terms, but you can look up what a film treatment is. It's basically a one-page just description of what the premise of the film is. So it's like a expanded synopsis kind of. So I'm currently just working on that, and then I'm gonna send it over to my friend Eli, who I worked on the film with, and he was in it too. He played Brad. If you guys watch the film, you know who I'm talking about. Brad did it, and he just got back to America, and we're gonna hang out soon, and we're gonna work on that, so that's gonna be fun. So I really want to get that done before the end of the year. Not the end of this year, the end of next year. And my last goal is to start a series at school. I just posted on my Instagram and Snapchat for people at my school. I said, like, anyone who goes to my school, like, let me know if you want to help me with a series, because I really want to do a series where I interview people, because like my friend Simone from the film program, she has like this series at her school, and it's very similar similar to what I kind of want to do, and because like I watch them, and they're like interviews, just random people at school, like about different topics, and I'm just like, I really want to do something like that, and it looks really fun to do with friends. And maybe they'll let me do it as a graduation project, because at my school we have to do a graduation project, and I want to major in film anyway, so it's good for me to use that as a graduation project. So I really want to just work on that. I really want to start up that series like even like this month, but my goal is to like continue it into next year. So I just really want to do that. I really want to start that series where I interview people. A bunch of tea will be spilled. There could be videos about different like anonymous gossip, and like New Year's resolutions, and like just like different things for the holidays, like just a lot of different topics. I haven't really put too much thought into it yet. I just really like, I have all the equipment, like the cameras and like this is just what I sent someone. Like I have all the equipment, like the cameras and microphones. I just need someone to help me come up with topics, and a co-interviewer, a cameraman, and like a marketer slash advertiser, or someone to get people to be in the interviews. So I got some of my friends to ask some people to be in the interviews, so I just need help coming up with topics, and like a interviewer, and like a cameraman. So, and then I could start up that series. So yeah, those are all the resolutions I had for this year, or for 2020. So yeah, comment on I'm gonna post a link to this video on my community post, and on that community post comment what your New Year's resolutions are, and if I should add any to mine. So yeah, I'm gonna end this video here. If you like to give it a big thumbs up, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, and share this video and my channel to those you think might be interested, and leave me comments on my community post. Follow my Snapchat at Zoe Rebekah, Zoe Frenchman. My Instagram is Zoe Frenchman, and yeah. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Love you. Bye.